always thought that Donald Trump is the man, is Marc Faber. Marc, good morning to you. I remember when I came to Chiang Mai to interview you, you said you'll vote for anyone but Hillary Clinton.
Yes,
you would be a happy
sure.
man today.
Yes, and I still would do the same.
Okay, but what do you do as a stock picker, Marc Faber? This morning, will you be, okay, for you, evening for you, would you be looking at buying any of the emerging markets, developed markets? What are you doing with your money today?
Well, I'm not interested in today. When I invest money, I'm interested in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yes.
And I told you always, over the last 2 years, I would rather invest in India than in the United States, which is an overvalued, over-promoted market. I would also rather invest in other emerging economies and in Europe than in the U.S.
Marc, hi, morning. So since you mentioned that you'd rather invest in India rather than other economies, I wanted to ask you if you've been following the latest news flow that we have here about the clampdown on black money that we had overnight. How much of a positive do you think it could mean in the longer run for India?
I think it's negative in the longer run.
Okay.
I don't believe the big corruption comes from banknotes. The big corruption is like Hillary Clinton. You think she carries around suitcases.
Okay. Okay. Take your point on that. But do you expect there's going to be any protracted downturn since the markets were not prepared for a Trump victory? Are we going to see protracted, in terms of time period as well, losses in equity markets?
My view is that regardless who would have won, the stock market would have gone down. But the market made a high a year ago at 2,134 on May 25th. And then we went down, and in January of this year, we dropped to 1810. In other words, 1,810. And then we recovered and made a new high at 2,193 on the S&P. If the market drops towards the low of this year, which is 1,810, I think the Fed will launch QE4.
Okay, Marc
The
Faber.
Fed will support the stock market. The moment we drop, say, 10, 20%, they'll support the stock market.
Okay, Marc Faber. Thanks a lot. You're in good mood today. And I can